Sanford Stadium in Athens. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bear. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Working the ground game. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down. That'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football.
Caught, and he's got room. At the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Out wide left, it's Moore. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keep. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get 1st and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle. You know, but they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill, and making the tackle on 1st down.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll go play action with Moore. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively of trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, out-breaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Quick give. He's not going to make it to the 1st down marker, but that looked like a clear face mask, and he might wind up with the 1st down anyway. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game. So how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got the 1st down. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's Nate Frazier. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hill. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Hits inside, it's Hill. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Pushes ahead. He breaks a tackle. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
And the Ducks looking to convert on 4th down. More to throw for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
And sometimes the best defenses get a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Second down, gonna throw it. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Third and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Bulldogs will have it first and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Long way to go on second down. Hits the hole. It's Phillips. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Making the adjustment on the play. The fake wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On play action. Rushes on. And he gets rid of it.
And right now it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession you saw him break on the football, get the pick six. Now another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Taylor. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Delay to the back. It's Frazier. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got to make the play on 4th. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense has it with really good field position. Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Moore takes a shot at the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Makes a grab right along the back of the end zone.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. They're all over it. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 5 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Fighting Irish, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Rush right in his face. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Makes a move. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Oregon! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to 8-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Frazier again. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Handoff for Frazier. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late.
Booster! Go!
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got a wide open receiver. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Wants to throw on first. Oh, pressure's coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. All by himself down the middle. Running inside the 20. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that is a defensive lineman's dream. Ball on the ground, pick it up, make some moves, take it all the way to the house. Palmer, I did think he was going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah, David, I don't know if that guy's ever run that far in his life. They're going to have to get him some oxygen on the sideline soon because he's got to go back on the field right away.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Left side, it's Taylor. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Looking long. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Turns up, it's Phillips. And he's still running after the move. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Drops back on first down. Throws for the tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
They'll send the back in motion. He wants to throw it again. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He's past the sticks. There he goes. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
And the offense punches it in again, and we called his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Deep in the end zone, it's Phillips. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get... They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Breaks away in the middle. The 40, the 30, at the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Georgia. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Dante Moore. The screen, he can go. Got room at the 35. Off to the races to the right. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Number 39, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. From deep, it's Bear. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's more to throw. Under pressure. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second and long here. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. But take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and long coming up. They'll send the tight end in motion. Stopped right at the 24-yard line, and that's short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the puncher. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the Browns offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay. Lots of room to run. 10. Touchdown, Dogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. Turning it on. Crosses midfield. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he added the extra point. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. On the return, it's Phillips. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphries. It's a running room. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on 1st down to the pass and getting the sack.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the 1st down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on 3rd down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Throwing more. Right down the middle. Right side, it's Stewart. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That
makes the catch, and he's free. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Bear. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Dante Moore wants to throw again. He's going to let it go. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, they're faking it. Unloads to the wideout. And he's got it. Got to get to the sticks.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play. And they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right. But the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 10. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. In the red area, it's Phillips. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Hard running there. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Moore. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Still running at the 40. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
At the 26-yard line. Good enough for a first down.
The Ducks come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Moore to the air. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this...
Snags it, and he's open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and, man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
Cfb27.